और ऑफिस में तो इतनी सर्दी होती है. I bring my jackets every day.
In studios.
Yeah, in studios, corridors. They're so cold.
Our studios are also very cold. Nowadays we have controlled the air condition. Otherwise, they're always very cold.
Because of the equipment and machines. You have to keep the temperature.
Also for him, so that he doesn't cut his hair. He has to have a proper haircut like he has now.
Quite controlled though.
Yeah.
Finally,
Next I have to color my hair.
Color? Why?
yellow in color. CSK.
No, not yellow. Some other color.
Oh, we are live, I guess.
Yes.
Hello, what's up, guys?
Say hi to Aditi, our
I'm
regular
seeing you after 2 months. I just finished my show at GNT.
We got Aditi here.
No, it was so impromptu. I just walked
Very
in
good.
and
Did you miss them?
You should do this more
I
often.
did actually. I
miss
missed the
the viewers?
studio and the feel of talking to sports audience.
Yeah.
Back
See,
then.
Jaytakkar is saying is the feeling of IPL because you used to be here, na?
Yeah.
Bhuvan is a new member of our family, I guess. Bhuvan, this is Aditi, and Aditi was with us during IPL.
Yeah.
So, like
Hello.
Jay is pointing out, see,
Hello,
Mickey
hello.
King has got such nice words for you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, thank
Mikey
you.
or Mickey?
Mikey Singh.
Mikey.
Mikey Singh.
Mikey King.
Mickey Singh. Mickey Singh. Mickey King.
Arre,
Oh my
Mikey
Singh
God,
is
what am I
king.
reading?
Singh is king. ठीक है.
Singh is king.
Glamour quotient Aman Agarwal is saying. But you mean to say we guy got no glamour?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Who's calling
Must
me?
be somebody who must have seen you live on. You can take your phone also.
Sorry, I can't take it. It's my mommy.
You can't
My mom-in-law.
We take all our phones on.
She'd be asking, "Beta, kya khana hai?"
So good. At least you have that option.
And I would never have.
We take our orders from these delivery guys standing right outside our office, when they have arrived.
Okay.
We have to take those calls. You can't keep them waiting.
Yeah, but ये delivery boy नहीं है ना. This is my mother-in-law.
It is more important, no?
Yeah, so never mind. I'll give her a call. When
So
I'm
have you been
heading back
following
home.
sport after IPL?
Not lately. I've been too busy at GNT.
But you've been doing a few CWG stories, I believe.
Yeah, in Chai Pe Charcha, we do talk about that stuff. I mean, highlights of a match or something. But otherwise, not really.
Because majority of your good news stories, I believe, came from Birmingham.
Yeah, and there were quite a number of good stories recently. So we did play them.
Very inspirational ones.
22 gold medals.
22 gold medals. Number 5
24
in the list of
Three.
towards the end of CWG. Number 4.
Yes. So Jatin
You
Chow.
didn't watch any India West Indies, that means. India West Indies
Not
cricket.
going to embarrass me. By
Ah,
saying
but it
that.
was very late.
You have to.
Yeah,
You were
yeah, of
you
course.
did IPL. Now
From
you have
your
to
point
keep
of view, we have to. Everybody should.
See,
Why
tell
do we
me,
have
what
all
is
these?
more exciting, sports or that politics and all other things?
No, we don't do politics as well.
We only
We
do
just do general
good
good
stories.
stories at GNT. You guys should watch.
GNT
If you're not
had done
watching.
one episode on my former Sasural, Mathura, that there was one particular thing during Savan.
Yeah.
Sasurals
yes.
are also forward.
Did we
I know.
Former Sasural, is it?
Former
You
Sasural,
married
what is
second time?
No,
First.
gone to Gorakhpur, shifted. Now no longer in Mathura. So former.
Hometown is a hometown.
Gorakhpur is their hometown.
By the way, you didn't congratulate us and our family members. We've crossed the 1
You
lakh
should also be.
yesterday.
Wow,
And
that's,
yes,
that's amazing.
subscribers.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Cake
to
cutting
you
होनी
too.
चाहिए.
Oh, yesterday.
और एक party होनी चाहिए.
And
Cake cutting के साथ we have fine also. We got
Fine?
और एक
you didn't
party
see?
होनी चाहिए.
no.
Arey yaar, where is my phone yaar?
आ गया email. Huh?
Yes.
We
What
got
email?
See, we did the cake cutting here
Yeah.
as our family members will
That
know.
is why you were
Wow,
And
that's
we got
amazing.
a bittersweet news
Remember,
also.
during IPL season, we were discussing that we have this number of subscribers and it's increased
Sent-
since
Picture.
this guy's come on
Yeah.
board, Nikhil,
But
and I'm
Yes, we are
glad.
eating. No, but this
But-
we have video. So
No, that's not an
everyone
issue.
is anyway
No,
seen.
because I remember, once.
See, this is
yeah.
HR has sent this screenshot
Oh,
Yes.
from that cake
wow.
while the cake cutting was happening, saying, "Congratulations, 100k, well done. Now 5,000 fine for each
Yes.
person
Oh,
because you are
shit.
eating."
yeah.
So that's how we celebrated. Akhil.
Very early
My
when
God.
when
Each one of you will get that deduction.
Yeah.
My God.
Bittersweet. That's why I
Terrible.
said bittersweet.
And imagine I've quit eating sweets, and yesterday
The day
perhaps
you chose to, you
the
got a
day I
5K
chose to
fine.
eat, this happened.
Oh shit, terrible.
See, by the way, even if you didn't eat, wouldn't have mattered. Anyone who was here while the
Yeah.
cake cutting happened would have to pay 5,000. Like, you remember earlier, anyone who was sitting,
I'll wear a black armband.
you remember earlier,
Holiday.
anyone who was
is there
sitting.
any chance
had to
that
get a
they'd let it
notice
go? No.
whether you said something or
No,
not.
I'll tell you once what happened
No,
was.
I don't think so.
Sports Stuck, I believe they had also crossed some 1
1
lakh,
million
2 lakh.
or
No,
whatever.
not 1 million.
Acha, initial.
Initial. So I remember everybody was eating cake. So one of the HR guys, he called me. Can you come over to 4th floor? I said, yeah. So he showed me the video, pictures, images, and he said, can you identify these guys? One, Dharminder AajTak, Anil. Singh, wo. But nothing happened. I think here also nothing would happen.
Anyway, we've won
But
the
we
Fingers
ate
crossed.
quite a number of times in studio.
Yeah.
The IPL season also. I mean, many coffees and jalebis came in.
Oh, yes.
Here, we have had our dinners also.
Dinners, yeah.
Dinner also on screen, like while
on
while you were
screen.
live. No.
So basically, you're not allowed to eat.
Yeah, I
in the
know that,
studio.
of course.
So even when when we are watching match, a cricket match late night, so there have been days when we've had our dinner in the studio.
Okay.
They never questioned us.
Very, very bittersweet.
So what's new, Siddharth? I'm seeing you after such a long time.
Apart from the hairstyle and weight loss,
Yes.
everything remains the same.
What stories have you been doing
Yeah,
lately?
tell her about some.
Well, apart from the
Highlights of the day.
highlights of the day, I have done the chess Olympiad, the explainer.
Yeah.
That's we
that
won.
that was something so interesting, when I heard about it, that there
Yep.
was
Yeah, I mean,
an event like this. being held in
182
India.
countries participated. That's almost, you can
Yeah.
say, double of the Commonwealth Games. It was held at Mamalapuram in Chennai.
Yes.
And India finished third in the team.
The Insta
Oh,
post.
this I did not know. I just missed that piece of news. But
Third in both women.
You
Women
know-
won the medal for the first time in history for
that's
India.
amazing. So there's scope for people who are learning
Course.
chess.
Yes.
I say that, and why it caught my interest, because my son also, he's going to be 8 years in a few days.
Lovely.
He's also learning chess. Like, he has so much interest. So when I saw that, this event is going to happen.
There was an 8-year-old GM from Palestine in this chess Olympiad.
8-year-old.
Wow.
8-year-old from Palestine.
Wonderful.
Rora Sedag from Palestine. She
Wow,
was
you
there in
remember
that.
the name also.
Yeah. So we finished third. The juniors outshone the seniors. They finished third. We won 7 individual medals. 2 gold, 1 silver and 4 bronze.
Wow.
And we also won a particular cup which is named after the character which was shown on the Queen's Gambit
Wow.
docu-series. Nona Gaprindashvili.
That's fiction.
That's a fiction. But in the documentary, what had happened was they had said Nona Gaprindashvili, after whom that cup was named, she had never played against the men and she was a Russian. 2 big mistakes in one thing. Ek to she's Georgian. And second, she had played against the men. So false portrayal, she sued Netflix for that. So the Gaprindashvili Cup, India is the first winner of that.
Hardik still remembers the famous quote that Naman Ojha gave.
Okay, Dex says discuss the subject. Let's quickly tell you what the subject is today. We're already getting a few comments I saw based on that. What we're discussing after Trent Boult's decision, has it impacted international cricket's future? I've seen few comments. One of them is Nofil Zak. He says 2-3 cricketers taking decisions will not affect international cricket. I saw another comment where somebody said, I love what's happening. I love the fact that cricket is going football's way. Yay. So we've got both sides of the comment. Nofil has one comment and I missed the gentleman's name because it went by. So by the way, Tirankar is pointing out not Palestine, it's Israel.
It's a very controversial this thing to mention.
Yeah.
Because even Afghanistan, they played with the Taliban flag, without the Taliban flag. And there was big controversy. You have to play with the Taliban flag.
All right.
It was a real geopolitical situation there in the Olympiad.
So tell Aditi, by the way, those of you asking who is the one sitting next to me, she's Aditi.
Who's asking? Nobody's asked.
No, there was.
lot of
Sure,
people.
just to let people know, because
Yeah,
more
thank
people,
No, a lot of, see, the thing is that
Although
a lot
I'd
of
like
people
an
who are not
introduction.
during the IPL may have joined
Yes.
us.
Yeah.
I think
Subscribers have increased.
IPL
Yes.
we had how many? 50, 60,000?
No?
70?
No,
85,000.
80, yeah, we were around 70, 80 somewhere.
Yeah.
So 20,000 more subscribers have come.
Wow,
so
wonderful.
So
You
just
guys
to
are doing
let
a
them
great
know
job.
that Aditi was with us during the IPL. So, and Aditi usually is always on air on Good News Today, which is a channel of our network. But once in a while when she's, you know, she
Crossing
feels
the studio, I just-
crossing, थोड़ा तरस आ जाता है. She says, "चलो आज
Right.
हम लोग
them
बोलते
some.
please.
हाँ, please come and join us." So,
जर्रा नवाजी के लिए शुक्रिया.
हाँ. Ansh Agarwal, big shout out to you, man. You are part of our family, so great to have you join us. So, what do you guys think? Firstly, just so that Aditi also know that she doesn't follow it. Trent Boult, one of the premier bowlers, he approached the New Zealand Cricket Board saying that, listen, I have family commitments, this and that. I cannot play international cricket throughout the year. So please excuse me from your central contract. Now, as you know, most countries have central contracts. Few players are contracted. That means they have to be available for international matches for their country through the year.
Yeah.
He said, no, let me go out of the central contract. I want to spend time at home, my family, and cricket is too hectic, this and that. But there is another angle to it. It's not just central contract. Many people feel, and a lot of cricketers have started doing, that, you know, like IPL, there are T20 leagues around the world. If you're playing for your national team, then you don't get to play in these T20 leagues around the globe. So people are saying now, to make money, all these cricketers want to play T20 league. So they say, oh, let us out of the national contract. Yes, we'll play for the country, but once in a while, majority of the time, free us to play T20. So there's a hidden agenda, people think, though Trent Boult has not said. Has he said anything like that to an
But why
extent?
would somebody
Domestic
declare
leagues.
it, even if he has intentions
Yeah.
to do it?
No, some players have in the past.
Okay.
They've
West
been very
Indies,
candid.
West
Yeah,
Indies cricket.
players.
What happened was, this was a precursor even 7-6 years back. Remember the entire West Indies central contract system.
Yes.
There was a big debate. Kyron Pollard, Dwayne Bravo, Andre Russell, Sunil Narayan. They are not centrally contracted players.
Yeah.
So that is why they said, we will not be centrally contracted. We will play for global leagues all over the world, which is what they're doing. Now, the problem is, there are many people who are going to follow suit. Why? The next FTP, Future Tours
No,
Program
but has
cycle.
Trent Boult been released?
Yes.
Yes.
That is the big.
Yes.
He hasn't signed the contract, so he has
Okay.
asked the board.
All right,
that
he was
I don't
being
want
asked to sign a contract, but he-
exactly. I don't want to be part of the central contract, so which makes him eligible.
Available also.
Yeah, he's available to play for
Yeah.
New Zealand, but it is his choice and also the choice of selectors whether they also want to pick him or not. So that's going to be
Yeah.
what remains
Because
to be
New
seen.
Zealand CEO.
And now he can play anywhere in the
Yeah.
world.
That's right.
He can join us on Sports Today. He
Yeah,
can
of course.
play
New
anywhere.
Zealand CEO has made it very clear. They will only give preference to central contracted players.
No, but tell me one thing. How can you ignore when the World Cup comes? You won't play Trent Boult in it.
You will have to play him.
India will be very happy. Trent Boult is
Of
not.
course.
He takes a lot of wickets against India. So
Yeah.
India will be happy. That's it. But the larger question is, do you think international cricket is under threat with this? If more and more players start doing it, then bilateral series will keep shrinking. More and more T20 cricket will happen. Players will decide, listen, I have to play. Any thoughts?
I mean, look, in the next FTP cycle, that's going to happen 2024 to 2031.
You think international cricket is under threat? Maybe
Big
not
threat.
now, 10 years down the line.
Yes, yes.
It'll become like football, where
It is
Messi and
going that
Ronaldo
way.
only play for clubs.
Yeah.
And once in a while they'll turn up for Argentina and Portugal.
That's
Will it
what's going to
happen?
happen. Yes.
You know, wherever the money is, players will go there. It's a fact, and you're saying that players or international cricket will be affected. I think the boards of all the national cricket boards and of course the ICC also, they've made themselves vulnerable to a situation like this, because now you have a 3-month window for IPL. So obviously the boards like Cricket Australia, they would also seek a window for BBL, the Big Bash League, like you have IPL here in India. You have Big Bash League in Australia. Similarly, the 100 Championship,
In England.
In England,
No, there is one example already there. South Africa refused to play that series
Yes.
because their own T20 league was happening.
so
And
what
plus
We
there
won't
is
play
the-
against Australia. We
I-
won't play international cricket.
What
And our
I-
league, our IPL has to happen.
I
And
think
there is the
Test-
ILT20 also.
I think-
International League T20 UAE that's about to be launched.
But there's Legend League also about to come.
Legends League.
Legends League
All
cricket.
Buddhas will play. I mean retired players.
Retired players.
I mean
Oops.
Buddhas. Like, I consider myself also.
So, So that's what I think. In times to come, we'll have these leagues around the world, and then you will have Test cricket, and then you'll have World Cups. That's it.
Where will be the time for test
So
cricket?
basically, what you're saying is that motivation for anybody to play in the world is money.
Money.
And
But is there-
initially,
is there
when
anything
somebody
wrong with
starts
that?
playing, no, I'm just, you know,
No, I'm just saying all of us also motivation is money.
of course.
Work.
I mean, you know.
I mean, if
But initially, when somebody starts, the initial motivation is, to play for the country, and now subsiding those feelings and bringing in money. Is it? I mean, just asking, is
also,
it right?
Aditi, you're right, and also to add to that, to get big bucks, you have to play at the highest level, that is international cricket, and prove your mettle, and then only you can earn more than
Exactly.
perhaps a young boy who has been scouted by the all these scouts now, franchisees, all these leagues, they invest so much in scouts throughout the year. I think but for me, a lot of Indian cricketers, by the way, the likes of Unmukt Chand, what they've done is they moved to US. They are 30. Unmukt is still 30, 34, if I'm not wrong. The young, the players who are still young, say about 28, 30, they are also planning a move to US. What happens there is that they'll start playing club cricket, and then they might just get to play
For the country.
for US.
Right.
So that also is another.
See, because why they are going is because in India, even if you're not a contracted player, you cannot play these T20
Yes.
leagues other than IPL.
Yes.
So if you move to US, let's say Unmukt Chand moves to the US,
30.
not only can he play for US, he then can play IPL or Big Bash League, Caribbean.
Unmukt,
Premier
by
League.
the way,
Played in the
did
Big
play
Bash League.
BBL.
Yes.
I think
Melbourne
for
Renegades.
Renegades.
for the Renegades.
Yes.
So are opportunities shrinking in our country?
No,
No.
this will happen.
For
This
upcoming-
situation will happen only in the countries like the West Indies, Sri
Yes.
Lanka, South Africa, and New Zealand. Not among the big three. Big three is Australia, England, India.
No,
Because they will pay you more.
No, and also in India, the problem is that you have to get an NOC from the BCCI. And if you want to play in these leagues around the world, you either have to retire.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the only solution to play in these foreign leagues. Otherwise, you cannot.
That is how Yuvraj Singh managed to play the GLT20 in Canada.
no, but if you're saying that it is only for West Indies and all, and Australia, England, and Indian players shouldn't worry, then where is the threat to international cricket?
It is going to be even more elitist now.
Oh, so no threat to international cricket. People will still see India, Australia. People will see India, England. People will
There
watch.
will be a saturation point of how much you can see India,
You
Australia,
tell
India,
me
England.
one thing. I'll ask, and these guys can come in and help us out. I'm gonna tell my opinion. There is no way that I will be more interested in a franchise league. I, as a viewer, would want to see India match. That nationalism when India is playing, India, Australia, very high, which means more people will watch that. Which means more money there.
No,
How
but-
can clubs compete with that?
But these the kind
generation.
of the quality of I shouldn't be saying quality, but these bilateral series that we've been playing now, we'll go and play Zimbabwe.
No test series. What about test series?
I'm saying test, and I'm saying test cricket has to stay.
No, but if Bolt has now come out of the contract, he may not be available for a few test matches.
He
Then
may not be available,
not be
and
available.
also so it is also up to the respective boards also how they look at this particular issue. Either they just chuck Trent Boult out completely, that if you are not,
Yeah.
if this is your priority, then you are also not our priority anymore.
Yeah, that
Yes.
should be the case, I guess.
Because why I'm saying is because looking at the next FTP cycle, every league, every T20 league is going to have a window. Where is the place for international cricket then? IPL 3 months.
No, I think Rahul Vasudev is saying ICC should step up now and make up international cricket more, make international cricket more interesting. More triangular and quadrangular series should be played now. New Zealand, South Africa, West Indies will be affected. I think that's actually a better way to make these bilateral series more meaningful. If you can organize a 3-nation tournament, rather than India playing West Indies, and half of the time, your A-listers are not available. Either they are on rest or they are injured, except for the IPL. So half of the time they are injured. So I am saying you might actually, it is better to organize these meaningful triangular series, quadrangular series, and then play.
That's a valid point.
World Cup, every year you have a World Cup now. That's how ICC is making money.
But in the quest for that, that saturation point, why did Stokes retire? Why did Peacock retire from one format? This volume of cricket being played is too much. And in addition, they want to play even the leagues.
No, but be like Indian players. You are contracted. If there is too much cricket, opt out. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, KL Rahul, they opt out. No? They don't want to play.
So how's Virat Kohli doing these days?
Good question. He is doing well.
No,
How do you think-
What is his Insta post? Did you check?
Because he was on a break and then
Now he's
heard he was
coming back.
recuperating
He'll be
well. And now do you think he's in a good form to play?
Good question. Ask Rahul.
His form is still the same as you saw the last time in the IPL. That form is still like that. No?
Why would you say that?
Because it hasn't gone up, it hasn't gone down.
It can't go down.
No, but after
How? He's going through one of the worst phases of his career.
3 years
Go
and
down.
counting.
Still there.
Cannot go down, yeah.
It's still
but he
there.
did take a break and
Yeah. He
came
did.
back.
In fact, a lot of people actually question. In fact,
He
some
played England after.
some of the
He took a break in June,
Yeah.
then played England. Now he's taken another break.
And now he's back for Asia Cup. India, Pakistan, he'll be there. It fires him up. And India, Pakistan, he's fired up.
So what's the word of wisdom would you like to give to Virat Kohli?
Virat Kohli.
He gives every day. Give one more.
Once in a generation player. I am nobody to give him advice.
No,
In fact,
but
a lot of people.
as a viewer, it's his responsibility
Yes, as a
to at
fan, you
least
have a-
hear us out.
I'm a stakeholder.
Yes, of Indian cricket. So are you. Me,
Yeah.
all of us.
Everybody who's
We
watching
watch.
us over-
Rahul Arya, if you felt hurt by me saying Buddha bluntly, I won't say it. You felt hurt, I called the retired players Buddha. They are my age group, so if I'm calling them Buddha, then I'm saying it for myself as well.
Some of them might be older than you.
Marginally, they're there and thereabout. Some are slightly, or some are younger also.
Is that a chopper or something?
I think
No,
the
I think
mosquito
you're
Mosquito machine.
right.
mosquito machine.
You're right.
You're right. Chopper.
Yeah, my ride. It has a
You
ride.
will need to go to Gurgaon.
I
Actually, you
should
need chopper
leave
only.
I know.
It took me 2 hours today.
Oh
to
man.
come to office. Thankfully,
hours.
it took me only 1 hour.
What time do you come to office?
I reach around 10:30.
10:30.
Yeah.
So you have to start.
Usually it takes me also. It takes 1 hour, but today I don't know. I was talking on phone also.
And in fact, it was smoother today because I think because of Rakhi tomorrow.
extended weekend.
Yeah,
people.
there was
Rakhi's
hardly any
tomorrow, day
traffic on
after.
No,
roads.
it's tomorrow apparently.
Tomorrow.
Rakhi's tomorrow.
It's
yes.
tomorrow and day
So
after.
are you guys working tomorrow?
We're working every day.
Why no Rakhi time?
He's off.
I'm off for 2 days.
He baga.
बहना वेट कर लेगी काम नहीं वेट करता
Although I have no behna, thankfully, but it's okay.
What do you mean? No Rakhi sister?
Oh, Rakhi's
We'll get Aditi to tie Rakhi.
Anyway, I don't agree with this concept. All Indians are my brothers and sisters.
I am with you. This is bullshit.
I know. And if you're blood brother,
We had a principal in school.
Yeah.
The girls used to say, he used to come in there he said, I don't want any of this Rakhi brother sister.
Acha,
The real brother
say
is a
that.
real brother.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want. I want to go and tie Rakhi. Only real brother
I know.
sister. There's no other brother sister.
Wonderful. What's
Shivam?
that? Rakhi बांध दूं अभी?
हाँ बांध दो क्या है?
देखो भाई गिफ्ट है।
Most exciting.
इसके बिना राखी नहीं बंधेगी।
Absolutely.
Mikey King says, loving your work and live session. Thank you so much, Mikey.
Thank you.
Go down, Shivam.
Mikey
Let's take some latest questions.
Rahul Rawat.
No, we've
rock,
taken
rock,
it.
Rock the show.
Ravi Ranjan is saying, Aditi ma'am, hi. Say hi to him.
Hi Ravi, how are
Everybody.
you? Where are you? I can't see you.
Okay, Naveen Velusamy says, make ODI more interesting. Bring back one ball rule and 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Let T20 be played with franchises. National side can play ODI and Test. No, I will
go with Ravi Shastri's statement on
Which
ODIs.
was?
Just play ODIs during the World Cup.
I agree.
that is what is going to happen
That
because
should happen to make it much more relevant.
because broadcasters also make more money in T20. You can always say because ODIs are played over a longer duration than T20, but broadcast, it makes sense to them. I remember Uday Shankar's interview once. Rahul, I just had in fact he called me a few minutes ago.
He called me also for a recording today. Yeah.
Recording.
I told him I don't have any time to do recording. He's a friend of ours.
All right.
Yeah. So
He's paid some money also to chat.
Yes.
some money. I
Because
don't
we
know what-
refused.
Standard,
He sent us
179.
question and expects us to take it free. We say we have refused. Said send a super chat. Then we.
But I don't understand.
117
the concept of 179.
No, I asked him.
And 449.
He says no. He says apparently that's the first option that comes on his phone.
Oh.
Automatic option. Is
179.
yeah, for some reason. I think.
All right.
We've
maybe
got
that-
Czech. What is the Czech currency called? It's the Czech currency we got. See, people from
Who is it?
Czech Republic are watching you.
Wow.
Shremera.
Prague, maybe.
Didn't they adopt the euro?
Maybe from Prague, huh?
This is the Czech currency. What is the Czech currency? Google it. Tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me. So Shremera is saying, I think Trent Boult decision makes sense because in his way he can play maybe 10-15 test matches against top teams and maybe an IPL season every year. Yeah, fair point. And maybe World Cups. But the point, Shrey, here is what Rahul said, that should the country then be accommodating in the sense whenever you want to play, you play, and then you tell the other players to sit out, and big tournaments he walks in. I don't know whether that's fair.
Yeah, that's the problem. Check
You know,
Corona. by the
I
way.
think for Indians it may
Corona,
not, it may
Corona.
not be
Corona.
that easy compared to the likes of Trent Boult, Ben Stokes, and other foreign. You know, for them even taking or announcing retirement isn't that difficult. You know, one fine day they'll wake up, they'll speak to their wife, their parents, their family members, son, daughter, and they'll realize, chhod diya.
But I'll tell you one thing. See,
Indians, they just.
But there's
hold
nothing
on.
wrong with that. I'll tell you why. So I'm saying
No, I'm
at
not
your peak, all of us here, if supposing we need family time or whatever we
Yeah.
think, like birth of a kid or anything, something important, health issue, you and I, or we are tired or we are burnt out, we can decide to quit our jobs and then say 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, I'll come back. And you can come back and you may have another 10, 12, 15 year of career.
Yes.
Not-
A sportsman's life
Yes.
at this peak of his
33,
career.
34.
Yes.
Yeah, if he leaves
Yep.
3-4 years, he can't tomorrow say, "Oh, now
cannot
I'm
make a
leaving," and-
comeback at all,
Exactly.
yeah.
So
And-
a sportsman shouldn't do this.
An athlete's life is, you know, if he's very good, could be 10 years. If
Max-
he's
yeah.
very good, could be 15 years. And for players and cricketers, especially in New Zealand, because there are so many top flight cricketers in New Zealand who aren't doing that well financially, by the
Yes.
way. They are struggling. You know,
Yeah.
somebody is driving a truck, somebody is doing, in fact, Chris
Kane,
in fact, his
yeah.
story
He went
became
back.
viral.
So maybe in case of New Zealand, you know,
So what
It makes sense what
Yeah, it makes sense
exactly
what
at
he's
his
done.
peak he can, let's make the most out of my cricket that is left in me, whatever cricket is left in him. Trent Boult, for him, for his family, maybe this is the best decision that he's taken.
And honestly, if you have to look at it, a New Zealand Cricket Board contract will be 1/10 of what may be an IPL or a league
No, but
contract.
it's not always about money. I'm saying he could have left a legacy behind. Now he's not going to play these 4-5 very prominent years of his career, and then he looks back after 5 years and say, "Oh, listen, I could have achieved so much more in international cricket, let alone the money." He can never go back. He'll never be in that peak to go back, bowl, make his team win. Maybe they don't play him in the World Cup then.
No, but
Yeah.
he might just make some records playing, you know, brushing his cricket
T20,
skills
that's-
and playing around the world
No, that will
with
never.
different teams.
No, those records in franchise, I'm sorry, but the franchise cricket records will never be at par with what you do internationally. In international cricket,
It's a different pressure altogether.
Yes.
To play international cricket, you know, we see, in fact, we pick a lot of players on the basis of their performances in the IPL and all these leagues. But I'm sorry, not always, because we made this mistake in the last World Cup and we had to pay the price. As in, you know, we picked a couple of players on the basis of their performances in the IPL just one season, and we saw what happened there. We were knocked out pretty early.
Yep.
You know, 2 back-to-back losses, one Pakistan and then against New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yeah, and it's over.
Take the question.
Jax is like saying, Nikhil sir and Sid sir, I like your analysis in English more than in Hindi. Your thoughts on England versus RSA red ball?
This is the same though, in English and in Hindi. it's the same.
Why ABD was never considered a part of Fab 4? Okay, thoughts on England versus South Africa Test cricket. Very important series for South Africa. A series loss
They're
for
wearing
them.
black armbands for
Rudy
Kurtzen.
Kurtzen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The umpire passed away, very famous umpire.
Yeah.
What was it? Slow death.
Slow death.
Slow death Kurtzen.
Left arm.
He's doing it.
So slow.
All right.
That's it. So good umpire,
Died in a
331.
car accident.
Yeah, 331 international matches over a
Wow.
18-year period.
So they're playing a practice game right now, isn't it?
Yes. Very important series for South Africa. If they slip up, then it's advantage Pakistan in the World Test Championship cycle race.
Oh.
Very
But
important.
why was your analysis being talked about in Hindi? Where are you doing?
We
your
do
shows
sports
in
stuff.
Hindi? Okay.
We do
This is an English
82. We
I
do
know,
82
but you're doing it
AajTak.
for Hindi
For
as
example,
well.
on GNT, can you do a show in English?
No.
Similarly, here we cannot
We're
do
an
it.
English.
No, I'm
It's an
asking that
English
other than this studio, your services are being.
Yeah, we are
Oh,
being
we are.
taken
We
at.
come here and it's non-stop after that.
Okay.
Meter is down. Soumya Bharda has a question for you, Rahul, please.
Rahul sir, dugout.
On Phuket trip, do a dugout on Phuket trip holiday that you just did.
Why were you on a Phuket trip? When you met me in the lift, you told me that you were on a work trip.
Yeah.
Yes, you were.
So did you were traveling to Phuket for work?
It was work come pleasure. You
Okay.
mixed it.
Pleasure.
Mixed the
Please
two.
share more details.
Please give details. Now, when
Nothing much.
your story will be up anyway, golf story that you will.
No, nothing much. It was just a couple of days in Phuket. I stayed in a lavish property there. Although it a bit hectic, the moment I landed, I decided to I took a spa.
Did you go to that Paddy beach?
That yeah, what's his name?
I forgot the name. Yeah. I went New Year's there.
Patong.
Patong Beach.
yeah.
Patong downstairs.
Yeah, rocking it is.
It was very
Full moon
rocky.
party वहीं होती है ना?
Yes. There and Koh Samui.
Koh Samui.
Yes.
Oh, Koh Samui is a beautiful place.
So
Yeah, what all did you do there then?
nothing much, to be very honest. The only thing that perhaps I enjoyed was the spa, and after that, and I had to take that. Otherwise,
Wow, you're saying as if
I
it's some
wouldn't have-
punishment. Oh, I had to take this.
Otherwise, I
Like your
wouldn't have
work was
survived.
punishment.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have survived. That's what I'm saying.
So tell us what happened.
Well, nothing much. I met. In fact, I met Milkha Singh also. In fact, he was there with us or me.
Very nice guy.
Very nice guy, and he told me a few stories, amazing stories.
About Milkha ji.
Milkha, in fact, I shared a lot of stories with him. I told him, we were discussing. I said, you may not know this, but this is what he told me once, that he was, the amount of money that all the athletes now get for a Commonwealth medal, for Asian Games, Olympics, that kind of money he had not even seen, never heard. And he told me once that they decided to organize an event where this is the legendary Milkha Singh telling me that we will give you a cash award of 5,000.
Acha.
So he said, okay ji, changa si, de de. So everything is ready, and suddenly what happened? They said, no, we cannot give you 5,000, because the moment we give you, you will be a professional athlete. So he said, so what does that mean? So
You can't participate now.
so that's
In
what.
Olympics and
So,
all, you become
so
professional.
he said, I never got a penny. And about that, he spoke to me. Jeev, in fact, told me about this movie Bhag Milkha Bhag. He said, those guys. I said,
amazing.
I said, if I'm not wrong, you are the one who suggested.
Yeah, Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra.
Rakesh
He
Om
suggested.
Prakash Mehra. Yeah, well, he said, I was the one. But I said, but what about money, yaar? You
1 rupee.
You people didn't take
rupee.
money at all. How is it? Well, he said, my dad was never after money.
Also legacy, yaar. See how much of the film
Nikhil,
is a legacy.
you tell me one athlete today, one athlete who will do this, who will not take money.
Shabash Mithu.
Have you seen that movie?
No, it's
No, I
come on OTT today.
Have you seen that?
It was trending today.
He's talking about it as if you've seen it.
No. I'm just saying. He's saying
You brought
which
it
are
up.
the athletes who have not taken. So I gave an
No,
example.
but you think
doesn't mean I have to
no,
say.
but you think she didn't take money?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Because
What about Pada Chakda Express?
Chakda. And in fact, people now want to. Everybody
Pan
wants
Singh Tomar. Oh, he was not alive, I think.
He wasn't alive, yeah. Shot down.
that.
To take any money.
Yeah, shot down.
बहुत चित्तर पड़ेंगे बाद में.
हाँ.
अरे.
So,
You understand Chittar?
Wow.
Beating.
Beating, yes.
So, in fact, a lot of stories. In fact, some very funny stories also. Obviously,
Which you cannot. Arey, share it.
How
No,
many
but
tickets did
he
you go for?
specifically asked us not to put it on public domain. Nothing.
Fun.
Nothing bad.
Non-veg jokes.
No, not non-veg.
Okay.
Nothing non-veg. But he is.
Shan Patel, we do get Vikrant here on our show. He keeps coming on and off. So, what is the question? We get him. He's busy today. Otherwise, he would have come. US dollars bhi aaye bhai.
Australia and US.
$8 and then you have $10. Sameer Singh. Although Australia and New Zealand are cousins,
They don't believe that they are, by the way.
Yeah, they
why
don't.
is it that Kiwis could never dominate cricket like
Same
Australia?
reason. They don't believe in it.
No, simple. The New Zealand guys had a better sport to dominate. Rugby.
Rugby. And also, Australia, they have a very good sporting culture.
Yes.
Whatever sport it may be, be it Olympics and
Yeah,
Olympics to be.
And first movers advantage. No, Australia played the first.
Also
cricket
bigger
series.
country.
Yeah, bigger country.
Better facilities.
Better facilities.
But nicer people are Kiwis.
Kiwis, yes,
Miles
yes.
ahead.
Depends
Such amazing.
which part of Australia.
Favorite people in the world, my favorite. Sri Lankans and
Yeah,
Kiwis.
Sri Lankans, yes.
Oh, also Kiwis.
No, it depends on
Amazing.
Not been to New Zealand,
which
so
part
don't
of
know.
Australia you are in.
No, Australia not bad, but not the same as the Kiwis. Kiwis are
if you go to
awesome.
maybe
See,
your proxy.
Your Padosi?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Really?
yeah, this guy.
He's his proxy. So I hope
There,
you've
look
not
at
done
that.
any encroachment.
No.
Huh?
Chandresh messaging me saying, please band karo show. I have to
Shayan
record with
Patel,
Rahul."
why are you ignoring the fact? What fact?
Who's writing that?
So also I have to be somewhere. Another platform.
What is Karan is?
You. New platform.
No, not new. Here only in the office.
Yeah. New in the
Ground-
office.
82.
82.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
No,
not new. This is very old.
Ground floor to first floor to second floor,
That
second
in
floor.
front of your chai ke chacha. We go every evening, you know.
Yeah,
That
achha,
one.
there you're going. Okay.
तो आज की सभा समाप्त करी जाए.
So, okay. Thank you for your company, guys. 900 of them watching us. See,
Thank
phone
you,
आ गया.
Oh,
Aditi.
wonderful.
Yes.
बस सर ऊपर चल ही
That's
रहा हूँ
some
मैं, बस
number.
चल रहा हूँ.
I like
Yes.
it.
You should
बस
come
अगली
here
बारी-
more often.
1000,
हेलो
2000
बस चल ही रहा हूँ मैं.
होगा.
होगा क्यों नहीं
होगा. जरूर होगा.
चलो जी, बाय बाय.
See you.
Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Take care.
Karan Shinkari, next time I'll tell you what's my full name.
Yes.
And you may watch GNT to know my full name.